but this is all the basic information, things to help you just with turning in general. What I'm going to do are separate videos for every turn, because there's too much information to throw it at you at once. You'll never remember it, you'll be overwhelmed. So we're going to do, an _𝐷𝑒 video, a _fouetté video, an attitude pirouette video, but today are all the basics, just that you can implement in class today. So put on your ballet shoes or your pointe shoes, and let's get started. The key to pirouettes is your preparation. Whether you're doing _𝐷𝑒, _𝐷𝑒, attitude, fouettés, doesn't matter. If you don't have a good preparation, you're not going to be able to turn. So regardless of whether you do the straight back leg in fourth balancing style or the 2 knees bent classical style, you really want to have your weight over the front leg so you can go straight up. If you're back, watch from the side. If I'm back here, it's really hard to go up. If I'm forward, I'm right there, okay? So we're going to do an exercise. I want you to do this. Flat shoes, pointe shoes, doesn't matter, and all we're going to do is from your preparation, straight back leg or bent, doesn't matter, plie and up. Back to forth, up. Back to forth, up. It's harder than it looks. Back to forth, up. Okay? Straight back leg, bent knee, doesn't matter. Are you falling back? If you can't just do a relevé and hold it and come down, you certainly can't turn. So that's to really show you where you are. So now we're going to do something similar that's actually a little bit trickier, and it's a quarter of a turn. Because with a quarter of a turn, you have to have enough momentum to turn and yet stop yourself. So starting in fifth, we're going to do tendu, plie, quarter turn, fifth. Tendu, plie, quarter turn, fifth. Tendu, plie, quarter turn, fifth. Tendu, plie, quarter turn, other side. This is really, really difficult, so don't be discouraged if you can't do it, because it's all about using everything to stop. My left side isn't my best. I did not bring this side around. You really have to bring, no matter how far you're turning, quarter turn, half a turn, 15 pirouettes, you really need to bring your opposite side. Because if you do a pirouette and you leave it back, you're not going to get around. You really have to think of bringing that. If you've ever seen figure skating, and before they do their long program, short program, they skate around, and a lot of them practice doing this. They literally just skate around doing this, and that's to practice their jumps. And it's about bringing that side. If they didn't bring that side with them, they'd fall flat on the ice. So you have to think of that too. So bring that side around. So we're going to do an exercise now to work on that. So I just want you to start in fifth, tendu to fourth. Double pirouette. Can't talk while I do it, so I'm going to say it. Double pirouette. So double, down, tendu, fourth. You can do this, doesn't matter. Double pirouette, fourth, tendu, fourth. Again, fourth, tendu, fourth. Double, tendu, other side. Okay, and this is all about bringing it and stopping it. You have to be able to get around and stop. The other thing I want you to think about, however, is you don't want to come down too soon. If you come down too soon, you kind of do the hop thing. When you do a pirouette, think of completing each rotation and then coming down. Something I like to think about is counting backwards. So think 2, 1, down, or 3, 2, 1, down, because it tells your brain that that's how many you're going to do. If you count 1, 2, 3, your brain says, oh, okay, however many we do. But if you think 3, 2, 1, you'll finish. So watch, I'm going to count backwards. See, I counted backwards. If you count backwards, your brain says, okay, we're going to do 3. Okay, we're going to do 2. Even if you want to do 1, say 1 and down. So try that. Do double pirouette, down, tendu, down. Just doubles if you have to. 4 times, and then the other side. Putting their shoulders up. You cannot turn if you're like this. A, it's not attractive, and B, it breaks your line up. You want everything to be in one line. Whether or not you learn classical or ballet-inspired, I learned ballet-inspired, doesn't matter, but you want to think of lifting your elbows and opening your chest, because again, this breaks the line as opposed to that. Also, it looks better. So for example, when you're doing a turn, watch me, I'm going to do the shoulders up. Not ballet. You will not, the audience does not want to see that. They want to see, show your diamonds. So, see, that was much better. Everything was open. So you really want to make sure you're not turning with your shoulders up, because it also puts you in one piece. I want to elaborate a little bit more on finishing your turn. Something that my teacher, 𝐕𝐢𝐿 who taught at the School of American Ballet for over 30 years, told me that what you want to think about with a pirouette is literally seeing yourself twice or 3 times, or finishing 3 times before you come down. So it's almost like 1, 2, 3, and then come down. Because again, elaborating on that coming down too early is that you stop yourself. A lot of people get scared with turns, or with one side or the other. So if you think of, literally, you can even do it facing the mirror. 1, 2, down. Seeing yourself that many times. For example, watch. 1, 2, down. I saw myself twice. Or 3 times. See? If you see yourself and then come down, that's how you can do that many turns. You think about the great turners of the world, you know, Daniel Olbrecht, 𝐂𝐨𝐴𝐵𝐿. They can do so many pirouettes, and it's almost as if they stop and finish. So don't try and come down too fast, because you're cutting yourself short. So next time you do a pirouette, really think about that. Now, just as a couple last few tips, as I said in the intro, I really don't want to bombard you a lot today. There will be, this video will be expanded upon, but I think it's better for all of you if I teach you turns and tips in parts, rather than throwing it all at you. So the last thing I want to leave you with is how to be in one line. You cannot turn if you're a broken line. Not attractive, and scientifically, you're going to get around better if it's one straight line. You think of a barber pole. how it just goes up. If it was broken, it couldn't go around. So when you go up to turn, you almost want to, and I'll probably be shocked for saying this, but you almost want to think of putting your hips forward, because then you'll be in a line. You don't really want to jam them forward, but it helps you think of being in that one line. Because if I went up like this, see, I'm not in one line. But if I think of keeping my hips flat, I can stay. So when you turn, watch, this is wrong. If I'm not in one line. See how I can't, it's broken, it's not attractive. You always want to be attractive. So when you go around, you really want to think of being a barber pole. Think of that, sort of going up. See? It works. If you think of almost, I had a teacher at SAB tell me one time, build the house backwards. Build it up rather than start with the cement. Think of doing the roof. So if you think of the roof, that helps you go up. So just keep thinking about that. Again, I will be expanding on this video. I think I'll probably do 𝐷𝑒𝑗𝑗 video, an 𝐷𝑒𝑗𝑗 video, attitude pirouette video, maybe 𝑓ouettés. I just wanted to give you the basics today. So I hope this helped you, and let me know how your turns are going. Let me know if you have any specific turn requests, and I will be expanding on this in the future. I love you all, and I will see you on Saturday with my easy bar.